Alright people, we have some notes to do. I'm going to be skipping around here to make this as quickly as possible. And the main thing that we really got to do is anywhere I say take a note and anywhere that I say draw a symbol, you really got to get it down. So let's go ahead and start a new note set. Title it Switches, Diodes, and Light Emitting Diodes. This is also known as an LED. You've probably heard of an LED before. And pause the video so that I don't get past you. If you need to take down a note or you need to draw a symbol, pause the video, write it down, and then continue, please. These are the things we're covering: switches, diodes, light emitting diodes, or once again they're called LEDs. Okay, the first thing, switch. What is it? We need this note as a definition. A switch is a mechanical device used to connect or disconnect a component or circuit. However, we can definitely cut this down. It's a device used to connect or disconnect a circuit. Okay, at its bare minimum, that's what it is. Okay, we want two of these symbols. The first one is a push button. We need to write down push button and draw this symbol that we see here. This is one of the symbols for one of the switches in our kits. So we need to be familiar with this push button symbol. It will also be on a quiz, hint, hint. Slide switch is the second kind, and we need to write that down as well. Okay, a slide switch just has the normal switch symbol that we learned last time we took notes. Okay, so we have push button and slide. You should have both of those written down with the symbols. Okay, we're going to skip past this. It's an activity for tomorrow, so we're going to skip right past it. Okay, next thing, we need to draw the symbol for a motor. That's going to be something that we end up using in our activities, and all it is basically a circle with an M inside of it. So make sure you have motor written down and draw the symbol. It's a circle with an M inside of it. And once again, we're going to skip past this. That's part of our activity tomorrow. The third thing is a diode. Okay, very important part in electronics, used all over. A diode is a device that permits current to flow through it in one direction only. So let me do that without getting my tongue tied. A device that permits current to flow through it in one direction only. Okay, it does not allow electricity to travel in both directions. It's like a one-way road. It will block electricity if it tries to come in from the wrong way. Okay, here is the symbol for a diode. And an important thing to note is that sometimes this arrow will be filled in with color. Okay, it's still the same symbol, still the same exact symbol. We're going to skip right over that page and over this one. One thing with diodes we need to be sure of is that we insert them in the correct direction, because if we do not, it won't work. Remember what I said. It only lets electricity travel one way. So, one very, very important thing that frustrates people to no end in the lab is when they put the diode in and it's the wrong way and their light or their motor will not work. Okay? This has to do with the direction that the symbol on your diode is facing. Okay? So notice in this example, the arrow is pointed away from the minus. Okay, so if you treat this like a maze that you start running your finger along, okay, the arrow is pointed towards the plus. Okay, in this one where the light is lit up, the arrow part of the symbol is pointed towards the minus. Okay, so huge hint, and you might even want to take that in your notes. The arrow of a diode needs to point towards the minus. Alright, last component we'll be learning about in this presentation is an LED, also known as a light emitting diode. The definition for this one, which we also need to take down, is a diode that will produce light when current flows through it. So it's a light producing diode. We've probably seen these. They're becoming incredibly more popular because they are really cheap as far as their electrical costs, and they can be very, very small and produce quite a bit of light. Okay, and the symbol is the exact same as the diode symbol, except for there's two arrows pointing away from the tip of the arrow on the diode symbol. Okay, and all this means is, hey, there's light coming out of there. Okay, so go ahead and draw that symbol down. All right, last part of the presentation. How electrons flow in a circuit. There's two theories, and we need to know these. Will be on the quiz once again. The original theory, when we started developing a knowledge for electricity as humans, we came up with what's called conventional current flow theory. Conventional current flow theory. This basically stated that we thought electrons in a circuit started at the positive end of the battery, or whatever the source was, and moved around the circuit to the negative end. Okay? We found that that is incorrect. Okay? That is incorrect. It does not go positive to negative. Conventional current flow theory is incorrect. Instead, what we found is that there's this thing called electron flow theory, and that states that electrons start at the minus end, the negative end, and move their way around the circuit to the positive end of the circuit or battery. Okay? So electron flow theory is the one that's correct. Make sure you have both of those names down and know which one is right and which one is wrong. Okay? This is also the reason that that diodes only work one direction, is because of electron flow theory. Okay? So, once again, make sure you took good notes. If you missed anything, pause and go back. Get it. These will be things we'll need to know for the test. They're also things we need to know for the activities, which will be graded. So make sure you have good notes. If you have any questions, please let me know.